Shout It Out Now, an NPO that aims to work with affected young girls and women to change perceptions and attitudes around gender-based violence, is joining us now as we reflect on the presidential summit on GBVF in the country. Cristianne Wendler is the strategic advisor of the NPO. Cristianne, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time today. Firstly, we know that women and young girls are the biggest victims of violence in this country. When we talk about interventions targeted at them, talk to us about what an NGO like yours does.
So Shout It Now is dedicated to providing, in particular young women, but we serve people of many ages as well as men, with comprehensive sexual reproductive health services as well as gender-based violence services. So that includes the HIV prevention prep, contraception, access to our social workers for psychosocial support counseling, as well as HIV testing.
The reality is that the violence that takes place with intimate partners is often not addressed, at least to the extent that it needs to. And there's a lot of power dynamics that affect women when it comes to being able to take full control of their own sexual health.
Absolutely. And that's why if we talk about sexual reproductive health, you can't talk about that without talking about gender-based violence. Many women do not have control over their sexual decision-making, whether to have children, whether to use a condom. And it's really important that that power balance, that base inequality of gender, underpins so much of what we see in gender-based violence. So it's very important that organizations like us do offer that comprehensive package of sexual reproductive health, prevention services, as well as then gender-based violence infused throughout.
What are you finding are some of the great difficulties that women face, especially where they have been violated in sexual relationships and having to come forward about what has happened to them?
There's many reasons. Fear. If I had to sum up one, it's fear. It's fear of the unknown. It's fear of, do I have to report? It's fear of the perpetrator. It's fear of what will happen. And that fear can be debilitating to the point of inaction. And so many individuals never come forward for the physical or mental health services that they need because of that fear that they have where, if they are in a gender-based violence situation, particularly amplified if it is an intimate partner situation.
What would you want to see come out of the summit, Cristianne?
So this summit I'm still here at the summit now. It has been a full day of engagement, and we have had civil society, many individuals standing up, making demands, making claims, asking for answers. We've also had leaders, President Cyril Ramaphosa gave a great address of really what we're all here for is to end gender-based violence and what we need to get there. And it was wonderful to hear his commitment that we all need to work together, hold each other accountable to get there. And so it has been a very engaging day, and we as Shout It Now want to do our part, working along other civil society organizations, working with government to be able to craft solutions that result in real outcomes for young women and children, anyone affected by gender-based violence. And in particularly, we feel that technology offers us many solutions in the fight against gender-based violence that we haven't had before. So as Shout It Now, we are here promoting our newly launched gender-based violence chatbot, which is named Chomi.
All right, we'll leave it there for tonight. Cristianne Wendler is with Shout It Now.